Wonderful.
Good morning. Hello there. It's me, Maxi, your navigator here on the cyberspace. Hello. Welcome to the loading screen. Hi Dale, hi Ronnie, hi Dallas. How you all doing today? We have a very exciting stream ahead of us. I am going to practice going a little slow. I know that I am very guilty. I have served multiple terms in prison for going way too fast. And Kitty keeps teaching me over and over again that it's okay to go slow. So today we're going to be doing a creative hours stream. I'm going to be working on my new project. I've been working on it behind the scenes. Dallas says, realized that all life is scheduling, cried. Yep. I mean, it's true. It's true. So much of life is just looking at time and allocating time and being like, what can I do today? And listen, this comes from someone, this comes from someone who absolutely despises under scheduling, under allocating time. But oh dude, the Bloodborne thumbnail in the background was animated. Yo, hi Repty. Hello. Let me hit you with one of these.
I've been waiting for this.
Welcome back.
It turns out that the best thing to do is to under allocate time. If you think, oh, I have enough time to do these 5 things, schedule only 4, schedule 3 maybe. Wow, so many vampire thumbnails. Dale says, hey Maxi, I found a retro game series you might like. Dude, I swear to God, if Dale is like, look at this retro game, and I swear to God, if it's PS3 area, I'm gonna freaking die. I don't think Dale would. Dale gets it. Dale gets it. It's called Jade Cocoon. Oh, I'm aware of Jade Cocoon. It's good though. And Dallas replied, by the way, earlier, the game of life, also known as Persona. Yep. Maxi, the song looped. Yep. Life goes on. We're taking it slow today. Rifty says there's gotta be a vampire game where you can just play as a feralless human, more bat-like. Oh, for sure. This could be it. This game could be it. But yeah, it's 11. Maxi, it's 11. It's 12 p.m. in sunny California. And I think it's time to go. So, if I remember how to do this. First off, music off. And let's dive in at the count of 3, 2, 1. Boop.
Wonderful.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Maxi. How y'all doing today? Hello. Hello, everyone. Please enjoy the thumbnail spread that I have going for you. Also, I have added 2 buttons. I've actually added 3 buttons to my stream deck. I added this for when the stream is over.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
This is because Ronnie reminded me on Blue Sky that this is a sound that exists. Also, because I realized that I just end streams and I'm like, I should have a little bit at the end. Who doesn't love a little bit at the end, right? Yeah. Jade Cocoon is fun. Limited time Chippy Meow. Hi Chippy. Hello. Hi Chippy. Hi Chippy and not Nomia. Chippy. See, the thing is, see, I confuse Nomia with Chippy. I never confuse Chippy with Nomia. Maxi, we have video proof of that happening. Shut up. So that's the first thing I added. The second thing that I added this sound effect from a game series, not at all related to what we're working on today.
I'm interested in this.
So whenever anybody says something interesting in chat, I'll be going.
I'm interested in this.
And lastly, the most useful thing of them all, Maxi, it's kind of quiet in here, Maxi. Maxi, could you please hit me with a with some soundscapes, Maxi? I just made a button now. I made a button that opens now loading from mynoise.net and sets it to the volume that I like. If you too would like to use this soundscape, there it is. That is the soundscape with the actual stats that I use. Dale asks, what game is that sound from? It's a little game called Castlevanias. I believe it's called Sympathy of the Night with a K.
I'm interested in this.
Yeah. It's a little known story about the son of a famous man, and his long journey to feel empathy for the night class. That's Dallas makes a really good point. There are games where I'm like, dude. Dale doesn't even know. Okay, let's circle back. Never let me say circle back. It's corporate talk. Don't let me do that. Dallas said, sometimes I imagine Fury would be a great PS1 game if I had a time machine, but people would think the music is old. There are games that I'm like, dude, this would have been a banger in another time. They're still good. And the reality is that you can't get to where you are now without having gone the entirety of the way, etc, etc. Short view Back to the Past. Yeah. Let's go Back to the Future. Do not let me look for sound effects from Back to the Future. Anyways, Dale says, damn, Konami adding voices in side-scrollers in 1996. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is not the first Castlevania with voice acting. I promised on the Blue Sky post that there would be Castlevania fun facts. Here you go. Actually, Castlevania Rondo of Blood for the PC 98, whatever, for the turbo graphics, that one had anime cutscenes and dialogue. So, really. What else? Hello there! My name is Maxi, my pronouns are they, them. I don't think I told you that. Hello there. You've been enjoying my art. Wait till you see this shit. Oh my god. Okay. Back to the Future. Okay, wait. Fellas, okay. I'm gonna mute the desktop sound. See, look, I'm so smart. Okay, this is okay. I have a good one, by the way.
When this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
That's pretty good. Anyways, I did open that tab, but I've closed the tab. How did Squeenix not add voices in Chrono Trigger? Well, you have to remember that Chrono Trigger originally came out for the Super Nintendo, which was a cartridge-based game, and thus it had like 36 megabytes to hold all of the data. The reason why the TurboGrafx Rondo of Blood and Castlevania Symphony of the Night had higher quality audio was because they came in CDs. I forgot I have an echo button, but I don't use it as much as I used to. Do I even have it on here anymore? I don't think I do. I have so many old buttons on this thing. I have to fix it. Anyways, so what are we doing today? Today we're going to be working on my new game. Let me first and foremost show some images. Boop. Boop. And kapoop. Oh, by the way, please enjoy. The Palmatroid timer is on the top left now, and I have made a custom theme so that a custom theme. By the way, that was me. I'm sorry. I was using power tools. Don't worry about it. I'm basically I was making it so the tab with all the with the YouTube chat stays on top of everything. Okay, that's right. Today I'm saying that chat, you get to wait. Hold up. Chat gets to be on. Chat gets to be on. Okay, all right. CD's nuts. It's true. Ronnie is very correct about that. I am gonna drop some art. By the way, if you would like to learn about my upcoming tabletop role-playing game and get to play it before everyone else, consider checking my Ko-fi page. I release weekly progress updates on there. And the new progress update literally just went up. Last week, I talked about the nonsense that happened. And this week, I'm talking about the systems, the mechanics, the overall inspiration for the game. And I also made this lovely piece of art. I'm very happy with it. Maxi, why is it not? It's not. There's this bar over here. Don't worry about it. Okay? I'm happy, by the way. I drew the thumbnail for today on a whim. And then on a whim, I posted on Blue Sky, what is a ttrpg? A miserable little pile of systems. And people loved it. People thought it was great. So it's funny because no one remembers Castlevania except the ones that do. So, you know, that's great. Also, I was playing a little bit more. And by playing, I mean I was doing more art. I'm practicing the pixel art style. I did not draw this, by the way. I did not draw this. Don't even. No. I studied one of the pieces of art in Vampire Survivor's Ode to Castlevania. And I recolored it, and I was playing with this new color palette. Dark Fort, yeah, there you go. A roguelike with progression seems like a cool idea. Thank you. It's kind of a combination of a lot of ideas that I've been playing with. It's a lot of stuff that I was gonna do with Sadamon that I kind of started doing with DSM. It's a progression of my kind of madness. It also, of course, it includes a time system because I'm a bitch for time. I love time. One of my favorite genders, time for sure. But yeah, please. Today we're gonna be creative as per the title of the stream, and we're gonna vamp it up. Repti says, I used to play one of the Castlevania games and I still have PTSD from one of the bosses. Which game was it? So you can tell, if it was one of the GBA ones, you can tell depending on whether the game was too dark, too bright, or just right. Nonetheless, what else? Is there anything else I gotta tell you? We're gonna take it nice and chill today. There's Chippo. I'm gonna redraw Chippo, by the way. We should play Shadow of Destiny. Dude, could you imagine? Didn't they have another name? Shadow of Destiny had another name, right? Hold up. I'm looking it up. I'm disabling a thing that stops me from Googling things. Maxi, shut up. Shadow of Destiny. Also, hi Hans. Hans, I have good news for you, Hans. Shadow of Memories. Shadow of Memories, also known as Shadow of Destiny, also known as Shadow of Fate. The PSP version had a different name. I legitimately have not played through the entirety of this game, by the way. I did play a bit of it back in the day. I don't want to show you the screen because I don't know if Wikipedia will dox me, so we're just gonna move on. What are the news? Says Hans. The news are, by the way, I'm currently working. My current game has a little bit of Gothic vibes, a little bit of Metroidvania vibes, a little bit of search action vibes, which means, yes, everyone, that's right. It means that there is a high passability. There is a more than a non-zero chance that I return to Bloodborne. There is more than a non-zero chance. Yo, no worries, Chippy. Have a lovely day at your appointment. I love you. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. I love you. Take care. Bye. There is more than a non-zero chance of me. I'm tearing up right now, says Hans. Ronnie says, wait, you're making a game about vampires and the news are for Hans? I see how it is. But Ronnie, I thought you already knew that I was making a vampire game. I thought that was the whole point of me posting about it. Also, listen. We can talk about the downloadable content Ronnie character you can install into your game. Hi Prism, hello. Yo, Repti played Castlevania Bloodlines. That's a good one. That was on the Sega Genesis. Hans should also already know in their heart. It's true. Anyway, so get excited for that. Anyways, we're gonna just jump in. If this is your first creative stream, the way that we work is that there is going to be boop, boop. Also, I want you all to please appreciate how today I've decided to work using dark mode, by the way. Today I have decided to work using the dark mode, which means that I'm not gonna blind you. Maxi, could you flashbang me? Maxi, flashbang me. Okay, alright, sure. So normally I work in this mode, but today, for the sake of all of y'all's eyes, I am gonna work in dark mode. Against my better... So do you draw December? Excuse me? Okay, you know what, Ronnie? Just because of that, Ronnie, I'm gonna let you yeet me, Ronnie, okay? Okay, Ronnie, I'm gonna look away, Ronnie. I'm looking away, Ronnie. Swing as hard as you can. It's been a little while since I last got yeeted on stream. Oh, again? Oh, no! See, nobody expects the second Ronnie. Typewriter is possibly a good compromise, but off theme. Prism says Halloween vibes in December, keeping Mariah Carey frozen evermore. It's not time. Keep her in the fridge for now. I mean, you could also mix and match. Like, you could do, there's a remix, of course there's a remix, of All I Want for Christmas Is You, cross Welcome to the Black Parade. Just play that instead. Anyways, the timer is up here, by the way. I have made a custom Pomotroid theme in my colors. Look. It's in my colors now. Let me just reopen it now. So look forward to seeing the timer advance in real time in my colors, blending in a way that actually makes sense. Nightmare Before Christmas? Okay, that also exists too. Although, like, I feel like it doesn't count. Anyway, so this is your first time. You're welcome to enjoy the creative vibes as I'm making stuff and coming up with ideas. You're welcome to offer your own ideas. Just don't expect me to actually use all of them or any of them. Because as much as you think you know what I'm making, only I know what I'm making. I'm also going to keep me fiddling with the aesthetics of this down to a minimum. God damn it. Han says big booby vampire. This one's free, Maxi. Dude, you know, let me look through my notes. Reference to Morrigan from Darkstalkers. Reference to the young she from Darkstalkers. Reference to Felicia from Darkstalkers. Strangely enough, I don't have a big booby vampire on this list. Dallas says we didn't learn from Nightmare Before Christmas, and now Christmas starts on November 1st. Dallas, I have good news for you, Dallas. Welcome to being quoted. That's a good one. That's actually a really good one. Oh, that is Prism. I forgot that the Nightmare Before Christmas is a level in Kingdom Hearts DOS. What about Lorenzo? What about a big bubby vampire with abs? I mean, yeah, ¿por qué no los dos? All right, so what are gonna? Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering what the hell I'm using, I should probably also clarify. I'm using Obsidian with the Excalidraw extension / plugin. It allows you to basically make mind maps and shit. Like, wow, wait, hold up. Wow, this is an idea, and then you can be like, hold up, but what about the peanuts? And then you can make a line between the idea and the peanuts. There you go. You know, so that's exactly how it works, and that's all you need to know. And that's the rub. So I'm gonna just start the timer. By the way, the lesson of the day, my mission of the day is to go slow. This stream has derailed. No. The stream is going on. Listen. I mean, I'm chatting with y'all. This is a little bit of parallel parking. I mean, parallel working. I mean, parallel dimensions. My big lesson for me is that I want to go a little slow. I am known for going very, very, very fast. I want to go a little slow. So we're gonna start making shit up. Maxi, your body glitched. No, it didn't. Shut up. So in this game, please don't don't ask me questions about how this game works. This game has you escaping a mansion using various escape routes. The escape routes are essentially the stages, but I think escape route is a much better name than stage. I feel like stage is just kind of like a you know, boring. If you have an option to have a cooler name, you should go for the cooler name. Also, the timer starts now, by the way. So for the playtest, I want to make just one escape route, a couple of characters, one of which you unlock by playing as the first character. I want to work on the escape route because the escape route requires a bunch of little things. Let's just make a text box, actually. Each escape route contains the following. These are unique to each individual escape route. And the things that each escape route contains are, of course, there are rooms. These rooms serve as the encounters for navigating the mansion, the rooms, essentially encounters. There are these encounters also contain enemies or challenges or whatever. I am attempting to facilitate solo play. Now, there's a possibility that the game could be developed to be more open-ended, but for now, you know, instead of trying to make it perfect first, we're just gonna make it, and then we're gonna fix it, and then we're gonna work with it. essentially, this is also enemies as well. The game also, of course, has encounters, enemy encounters, enemy encounters. These work as part of the timer. As you mess around, time passes. Wow, could this be possibly a reference? Time passes. Let's actually move. I don't need you anymore. I say dropping Woody off of my hands. I don't want to play with you anymore. Let me position it so that you guys can, you know. The reason why I like this system is because I can just start moving stuff around, just adding, you know, ideas and branches and stuff like that. You know what? Works as timer. As you mess around, time passes, and you are attacked by hordes. Attacked by... The one thing I don't like is that if you want to backspace a tab, you have to do it manually. Attacked by hordes of enemies. This is to keep the player on their toes. And also, lastly, there's also a boss. Each escaper has a boss. Multi-encounter fight. Meant to serve as the final test for the run. But also the big one, and the one that we're going to be working on today. We're mostly going to be working on rooms, enemies, and loot. Loot! Each escape route has 3 loot tables in order to obfuscate. How do you spell obfuscate? Does that know how you spell obfuscate? Obfuscate. Obfuscate. Well, I'm off my rocker right now. By the way, I want to make it clear that I did in fact read both of your comments, by the way. You could even say the evil is within. I am breaking from how my psycho is breaking. Maxi, what are you referencing? The original Resident Evil is known in Japan as Biohazard. And the creator of Biohazard, when he made a new series of games, he wanted a title that would be similar. So he called it Psycho Break. In Japan, in the States, it ended up being The Evil Within, so that it was similar to the Resident Evil. On a live space, there you go. I'm a little off right now too, Maxi. Hey, Repty. I swear to God, Repty. 3 loot tables in order to obfuscate where loot comes from. Let's say I want to immediately identify one particular issue. Okay. Chrono bumper. I don't know. I don't know how you got to bumper. I'm gonna ask for you to walk that back. No. I need you. There you go. That's much better. Let's identify one potential problem. We ist haben un Problem. Perfect. All right. So, problem number 1. There's a trigger and then there's a bumper on the controller. Oh, that's what you were referencing. No worries, Reptane. Get something nice to drink. I got coffee. You're all staying hydrated, right? All right. So problem number 1. One problem that I recognize a lot, especially in a solo game, is that sometimes players will min-max. Sometimes players will min-max the fun out of anything. In an attempt to wrestle the mechanics, some players will min-max in a way that removes the excitement. They will They will attempt to remove all chances, all random chance from success. And now this is not inherently bad. This is just a part of human nature, okay? This is human nature. The issue is that I think games are more fun, especially games like this, especially sweats profusely while sleeping. Hey now. The issue is that I think games are more fun, especially games like this, when you don't fully know what the outcome is going to be. The surprise, the element of surprise, the constant feeding of new excitement is key for a solo game. Yo, hi Sungazer, hello. Also, YouTube changed the way that names work, so it shows you your username. If I forgot your name, please do let me know. Also, hello. Is this not how you write excitement? Is it just excitement? No. Excitement, there you go. Excite bike, Maxi? The constant feeding of new excitement is key for a solo game. This is the essence of novelty. Which is good. Novelty, positive. The other thing, I normally don't care about fixing my misspellings, but I know some people will point it out, so... Some people, Maxi, say their names, Maxi. Name names, Maxi. I don't want to name names. Can I make you smaller, please? Well, I guess we'll keep this readable, okay? So here we have problemo number 1, by the way. Now, how am I fixing problemo number 1? I think Sungazer knows, but thank you for checking in, Dale. Solution. Another potential problem, by the way. You know what? Let's just expand to this, actually. Another possible pitfall. Another possible pitfall of a solo game, namely one where the player can cheat at any time by simply looking ahead, is to obfuscate this aspect of cheating, by which I mean, let me zoom back out, by the way. If you don't know, because I think people who want to cheat are going to cheat, and that's fine. But I want to prevent the average player who has no interest in cheating, but can find themselves going, let me see what's on the next page. Oh, are the Game Awards tonight? Lamau, okay, alright. Who cares? All of the nominees fucking use AI. Fuck them. Burn them to the ground. Looking ahead is to obfuscate the aspect of cheating. Instead of... this serves two purposes. For the players who might be tempted to cheat, you give yourself goosebumps, but you roll a d6 and add that to the page number. That's pretty funny. I like that. It stops them. The way that I'm envisioning the system working, trust me, it isn't just go over to the page where all the loot is. Instead, it's go to this random page. It stops them. And for players who would never cheat, the idea of there being a bunch of surprises will pull them to keep going. So here's my my paradigm, okay? I am now I know what you're thinking. Maxi, this would never work. People are just gonna cheat. And yet, let us reflect on a little video game by the name of Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors. Maxi, did you just lure on purpose? I did. I like to say things wrong, because language is made up. Just say things wrong. So in Vampire Survivors, after a certain point, let us reflect, vampires could never. Damn. Hans is stealing my show, by the way. Hans is stealing my show. In Vampire Survivors, at a certain point, you unlock the ability to enter passwords. From there on, you can just type a password to unlock features in the game. You don't have to complete the collection. You can just type a single password and you will get everything. You will legitimately get every single unlock. This works for the expansions and for everything. The option is there. And yet, I don't know a single player who has used the passwords for cheating content out. Hey, welcome back, Lorenzo. Yo, you got food? What did you get? What'd you get? You know, imagine that I'm driving the car. The rules when I'm driving the car is that if you're having food, I get to have a little bit of it. That's it. If you're having a burger with fries, you gotta pass me some fries. It's the way that it works. Rotisserie chicken. Ooh, that's tasty. Good choice. No food in the car? I see. I wish it was lechon pork. Now. Dallas says, I only use codes for the obscure unlocks occasionally. And I think that's perfectly fine. Maxi, wee-oo, it's the Vampire Survivors Police, Maxi. Have you really never used any passwords? I used 2 passwords. I used the passwords for unlocking the other 2 ghosts in the game. The first ghost you unlock by typing the lock code from Symphony of the Night, also known as X-. And the other 2 ghosts, I know I could unlock them. I know that I could unlock them. But I didn't want to go through the trouble of it for 2 characters that I'm not going to play as until I 100% the game. One of the unlocks requires plugging a keyboard into my Switch. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Brother, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not doing that. And the other unlock, it requires you to press a button within like 20 frames of an enemy dying in a random stage. And I'm like... And I read that there were issues on the Switch, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the unlock for this character. It's fine. I could have done it, but I didn't want to do it. My big issue here. Now, you gotta realize that whenever I take something away, I want to give you twice more back. So how am I solving the problem of the player kind of, you know, knowing what's up? Can I make the text white, please? Okay, you know what? This is actually as good as it gets. Okay. So, the solution. Hans says, I save state scummed for Neo Mystery Dungeon. I repent. I wish that I had all the Symphony of the Night sound effects right now. I would play the sound for when you go in for confession. If anybody has a database of all the Symphony of the Night sounds organized by what the hell they are,
I'm interested in this.
Anyways, so what is the solution? The solution, make shit hard. No. Fill the game with so many surprises that the player cannot cheat themselves out of having fun. Here's the dealio. As the game stands right now, you're going to navigate a map. When you enter a certain room shape, you will roll to see what room it is. And the specific feeling that I'm trying to nip in the bud, the specific feeling I'm hunting for, is the feeling of a player going, oh, I know what's gonna happen next. That is exactly the feeling I'm trying to nip in the bud. And I'm going to tackle that by having rooms having multiple encounters unique to that specific room. So even if you find yourself walking once again into the mansion's kitchen, there's at least 2 encounters that can happen in there. And I know what you're thinking, Maxi, shouldn't there be more than 2? I actually think 50-50 are like the best odds for the human brain. Because even though it appears incredibly simple, well, I got a text message, excuse me? What is this? Is this my wife? Oh, that is good. That is good. Anyways. Sorry, we're talking secret Xmas presents. Lots of surprises. And one of the surprises that I'm looking forward to instilling into players is that there isn't just one loot table. There is 3 loot tables. And when I thought, okay, well, I guess it should be A, B, and C. No, it's A, B, and O, because it's blood type. Maxi, what about AB? Having a table be AB sounds like the worst possible course of action. I guess I could have an AB and an O loot table, and the AB has the most common A and B items in it. I like that, but a rare third encounter that can mess you up is also funny. Please don't be Mr. Super Evil Man right now. See, that's fun. That's fun, you know, that's fun. I'm talking myself into having an A-B table as well. We'll see. It seems like the kind of thing that would confuse players, but you know, what you gonna do? So that's one of the things we're doing is random tables, random encounters, keeping things very, very, very fresh. It isn't just, oh, you find an item, check the loot table for this area. No. Different encounters have different loot tables, and sometimes you won't find the item you're looking for in the encounter you think you would find it in. It's fun. Lorenzo asks, have I put my pixel sprites in CRT filters? I have not, but man, don't they look good. A CRT filter is heaven. So this is the rub. This is the rub. Tell me the rub, Maxi. Also, by the way, this is my favorite thing to do in this. You make a big old heading, and then you put the text underneath, and then we freaking go. So here's the rub for today. The plan, you might say. I want to work on the first escape route in the game, which means coming up with a bunch of content. Oh yeah, oh no, like 100%. I forget what game I was playing. I was playing I remember, by the way. It was the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, and it has a really, really nice CRT filter that looks just like the way I remember old games looking like. So once again, I can just hold up, brother. Align yourself. There we go. So what do we need? We need, of course, location theme. Just picking a theme might help. You know, we'll get there when we get there. Rooms and the encounters therein. For the beta test, they'll probably have only 1 encounter per room, just as we're getting started. I'm not gonna worry too much about having double the encounters. Depends on how many I end up needing. the hordes, which are the encounters that happen as the time progresses, and the boss for the area. I also need, I guess the hordes are actually essentially the big enemy encounters. Perfect. Which means that after that I just need the loot tablets, and that's it, baby. That's it. Maxi, are we gonna talk characters today? No. There is, let me get up. I have to take off my, I've been wearing a nice little lined shirt for the cold, but I live in California and it's already getting kind of warm, so off the shirt it goes. And so, with 2 minutes left on the clock, let's talk about theme. Let's just make a, actually let's just copy this box. I do kind of hate this color. Is very much ugly as hell. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Do I even want to do it this way? You know what? I am a big fan of my heading, so let's just kind of put you here and then grab one of you and put you here, and then we'll just keep going. Location, theme. So there's a lot of classic locations in Castlevania. And a part of me is like, I either want it to be like something immediately recognizable, or just, something that just kind of pulls me. I think it would be funny if it was like a banquet hall. Like when you think of Castlevania, you have the very classic, like the entrance hall. It doesn't make much sense for you to be trying to escape. I mean, I guess it does kind of make sense that you would be escaping through the front door, I guess. But a part of me is like, I kind of want it to be like specifically themed. So let's go with the banquet hall. You never see like where they eat in all these Castlevanias. Like, sure, you see the library, you see the alchemy laboratory, but do you ever see where they eat? What does Dracula eat? Anybody ever consider that, by the way? So thematically speaking, this area is where wall meat. That's actually a really fair point, dude. There should be a reference to wall meat. You're so right. Okay. Immediately set up an idea of a box for all my ideas. Let's make it like a nice little. This is the idea box, by the way. Mortal Sin also gives nice inspiration for a horror theme IMO. It's also somewhat inspired by survivals. Mortal Sin. Everyone, I have 30 seconds left. Mortal Sin game. Hans, I love recommendations. Let's see what this is. What is this game? Ew. I was not expecting it to look like this. Interesting. Hold up, whenever I see a game, I have to scroll to see if there's AI in this game. There's no AI in this game, okay. Maxi, did you really think that Hans would recommend a game with AI in it? You never know, brother, okay? You never know. I'm not saying that, that Hans would do it. I'm just saying that, like, the world is filled with so much darkness, you never know. This is the big ol' reference / idea box, starting with wall meat. Who cooks the wall meat? Why is it a turkey leg? Anybody ever wonder why it's a turkey leg? I'm also gonna make you like. Okay, first off, I don't like the way you look. I don't like the cut of your jib. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make you a text box. It could be a lamb chop or a pork chop. Let's see. I saw heart emojis and I thought my wife was in chat already. Okay, chat. I'm gonna scrunk you up. I'm gonna scrunk you up a little bit, chat. I think it would be funny if there was like wall meat as like the core. You know what? This is actually No, I actually like this. I actually like this. The question we're asking right now is like, who cooks the meat? Well, you know what that means. That's the boss of the area. The boss of the area. This is the area where the head chef. Okay, so I want this game to be a little quirky and a little fun, much like Vampire Survivors. So I'm like, do I have to Google? Do I have to Google when chefs were invented? Head cook? See, no, I like the name head cook because it implies that they also cook heads. Or the head cook prepares meals for the clan. By the way, as a little bit of subversion, instead of you being in the vampire castle, you're actually in the vampire hunter castle. And instead of fighting vampires, you play as vampires. You see? That's why it's funny. For the vampire hunting clan, this person should be the boss of the area. And you know what? Now, when I think of famous enemies that are cooks, it makes me think of the butcher from Diabler. Other characters that I love that are cooks, Quina from FF9 is also another fun character who's a cook. I'm sure more ideas will come to me as we keep going. This area should be filled. No. Okay, you know what? Let's actually do brainstorm areas. I guess you know what? Locations brainstorm. Let's brainstorm some areas. Clearly, there should be the dining room. The dining room. I think this is gonna be a large room. Large rooms are where the player can essentially fight enemies endlessly. Otherwise, in corridors and hallways and vertical corridors, the player is able to fight enemies, but once they're defeated, they're gone forever. I definitely I do plan to add a Yangji as a playable character. Mostly as a reference to that playable character from Darkstalkers, as I mentioned earlier. That was not a bit. I was actually, in fact, making a reference. I only have like 4 characters very clearly in my mind. But I'm sure. See that? Oh crap! I'm still working. Oh no! If my wife were to see this right now, I would be done for. Okay, fellas, we're going on break, fellas. Kapoop. All right, fellas, welcome to the break. How y'all doing? Consider getting up and stretching. I have been sitting down for at least an hour preparing for the stream, so I strongly suggest if you've been sitting down for a while, get up and stretch. Just get up for a second. It's good for you. Stop shrimping up. Are you shrimping, son? This gives me 4 minutes and 35 seconds to talk about what I've been doing on my off time. 2 nights ago, on a whim, I was checking what Castlevania games were on sale on the PlayStation PS5 store. And I didn't know that they ported this is so dumb. They ported the PSP version of Rondo of Blood, not the cool version, I must add, and they ported the PSP version of Castlevania Symphony of the Night as Castlevania Requiem for the PS4. It was half off, and I thought, you know what I feel like playing right now? Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I'm interested in this.
I love playing a game that I know like the back of my hand. I started playing yesterday. I am already done with the first castle. I'm already done. And I know what you're thinking, oh, Maxi, oh, you're already done with the first castle? Okay, you're halfway through the game, big deal. I'm also playing it in luck mode. Luck mode is hard mode. It's harder because your stats suck, but also they give you 99 luck, which is actually pretty accurate to my luck stat in real life. As you could tell, because I have the best wife in the whole world. You're a real gamer, Maxi. I am. I'm playing hard mode. For the first time in my life, I had to actually grind experience in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Oh yeah, no. Lorenzo says the PSP Castlevania game, Castlevania Dracula Chronicles, I believe it's called. I own it physically because I had a PSP back in the day. I mean, I still do. That PSP is still okay. I know. Hans said you're a real gamer. Okay. Gamer check. Maxi, what PSP games do you own, Maxi? I own Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, which, by the way, yes, in that game you have to play the 3D remake of Rondo of Blood in order to unlock Castlevania Symphony of the Night and the original PC Engine Rondo of Blood. Yes, you have to find them as unlockables in the game. It's messed up. It's real messed up. They made me play a game I didn't like to get a game that I do like. What else do I own? I own 2 copies of Final Fantasy Dissidia. I imported the first one because I legitimately thought this game is never coming to the United States of America. I am going to import Final Fantasy Dissidia. And then it did come out. So I have 2 copies. What else do I have on the PSP? Oh, how could I forget? Metal Gear Solid Acid and Metal Gear Solid Acid 2! Some of the most iconic games of all time that nobody remembers. Maxi wasn't excuse me, Maxi, Maxi, CNN here. Isn't Metal Gear Acid 2 the one where Snake has to make friends with a gorilla that has a rocket launcher? Yes, you're correct. Yes. Any more questions? What else did I have? I think I must have had a Monster Hunter game, but I don't remember what it was. I should probably get it out of storage, man. If anything, I'm pretty sure I have to. I know the last time I looked at it, the battery was bulging. Whoa! If anyone else's battery is bulging right now? If it is, you should replace the battery. I will replace the battery on my PSP. Dude, the PSP was a banger of a console, and nobody respected it. Nobody respected the PSP. That being said, I'm like, oh man, I should bring back my PSP back from the dead. And then I'm like, why? I have a PS Vita. I have a hacked PS Vita. It runs PSP games. Who cares? Yo, hell yeah, Sungazer. Yo, having a fun day? Hell yeah. That's me every weekend when I hang with the coolest little brother of all time. I have to clarify that Plague Sword is younger than me because everybody thinks he's older. What's up with that? People are like, Maxi, you give little sibling energy, and I'm like, I give middle child energy. I give the most middle child energy there's ever been. Also, by the way, we're an hour in. Feel free to request a quote if you feel like it. Hans, I'm gonna kill Hans. I never use my angry face anymore. Hans says, I don't think anyone would think you're younger. Yo, I got quarter 1157. Kendra needs to stop playing with their CAULK. Dale got quote 569, the crash of 87. Hans got quote 1094, drawing circles with your hips, now that's artistic talent. Blushing face with eyes wide open. I love Kendra. Kendra is one of my closest friends, and I love them because they allow me to find out incredibly interesting things.
I'm interested in this.
I like the fact that if you get caulk, C-L-U-L-K, caulk, if you get caulk in your hands, which you're not supposed to. Caulk, by the way, is rubber cement, is a thing that you use for sealing your bathroom, so water doesn't get out. If you get it in your hands, the way to remove it is by using a stick of butter as though it is soap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kendra has a lot of obscure knowledge. No. Kendra keeps putting themselves in sitcom-esque situations, so you just learn things. Anyway, so we're back to work, by the way. Oh my god. Okay, Sungazer made this happen. Ace/Plakesworth just texted me being like, hey, hang out today? After stream? Hans says, I'm still looking for killer tumbleweeds without pirating. You know, Hans, you're chill enough. You know, you could message, you know, I don't know. If it's easy to find in the States, I don't know, fucking DM me or something, bozo. Unless looking for it in Europe is part of the draw for you. Also, by the way, in case you're wondering what the DM is about, people are blasting me because I have never seen the movie Elf. I have never seen the movie Elf. Never really been in a position to watch the movie Elf. I don't really feel like I need to watch more movies starring Will Ferrell as the main character. So, Plakesworth and Kitty are trying to coordinate some sort of, sneak attack where they make me watch the movie Elf. Here's my review of the movie Elf. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, wow. Was that Will Ferrell? Wow, I had no idea that was him. I couldn't tell it was Will Ferrell by the way that he acted like Will Ferrell and spoke like Will Ferrell. I'm sorry. Okay, I promise I'll get back to work. Blake said, I'm quoting this out of context. People, does anybody want to try and deduce what Blake meant by gotta do the chrism before the moss? I don't know what Plakesworth meant by that. It's a Plakesworth-ism. Anyways, back to work. So what are the locations in the banquet hall? Clearly there's a dining room. Clearly there's a kitchen. I am thinking perhaps some sort of room for disposing of... Ooh, the compost room? Oh, that's the chute? The shooter? Maxi, you have written 2 locations in the banquet hall and you're already out of ideas. I am out of ideas. I am already out of ideas. That Lorenzo, you're actually correct. The brown box does in fact look like it's a TF2 voting box. I'm gonna make it gray now. No, I'll make it purple. I don't really feel like it's much better. Holy crap, Nomia's awake? Yo, hi Noms. Hello. Hi Punk, how you doing? Oh my god, it's Australian hours. Dude, what if how about instead of getting lost in the sauce of coming up with rooms, how about if instead I just keep going with ideas, brother? How about I just keep going with ideas? Enemy ideas. Encounters, and hordes. Wow, can't believe Nomi Vikshi has gone woke. Nomi says, fair warning, I might fall back asleep. No way. Nomi Vikshi has never fallen asleep ever. Absolutely never. Enemy ideas. Is it the what's his name? Bukobak? Maxi, what are you talking about? Monsters, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. He's called the Gremlin in this version, but it's called the Bukobak. Bukobak Demon. The Ukobak. Thank you. See, you guys know what I'm talking about. He is the Spoon Demon. He keeps the fires of hell lit. So guess what? He should be in here. The Spooner, a Spoony Demon. Spoony Demon. Keeps fires lit. I think there should be line cooks. There should be some sort of like cooking. Nomiya, what about the one who pokes politicians into the boiling oil? Isn't that the one who sits on the toilet in Persona? By the way, I'm gonna spoon with the demon. Yeah, Hans would. Belphegor. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one on the toilet. No, that's a different one. I'm fine being a small spoon. Now that's the spirit. I do have to. I'm not gonna write it here. I'm actually gonna make a physical note with pen and or paper. I realized that I gotta do research into daemons, and thankfully you can learn about anything on YouTube. So I'm gonna do research on the Lesser Key of Solomon. Lesser Key of Solomon. That's where a bunch of the S&T demons come from, by the way. Also the Goetia. Also, I'm gonna learn how to actually pronounce Goetia. It may be called Guetia or Goccia. I don't know, you never know, it's Italian. Maxi, is it Italian? It seems like it would be Italian. Do research into Faust. There should definitely be a demon named Mephistopheles. I mean, I feel like that should happen. I also should look into demonology in general. Demonology. Prism says it's pronounced Goetia. But I love marking my T's. Oh man, the dream of calling it Goetia is over. It's Goetia. Mr. Mistopheles, the magical cat. Yeah, there you go. Where's that from, Nomiya? So yeah, do research into demonology, Faust, etc., etc. Seems to me like, you know, what inspired Castlevanias? I should look into whatever inspired Castlevanias. It's from Cats? Oh, it is from Cats. Nomiya, I have deleted Cats from my memory. It would be funny if Mephistopheles was a cat, though. It's a cat from Cats. I will kill Nomiya Vikshi. By the way, no. Yeah, by the way, Nomiya, if you want to play, if you want me to force you to play Castlevania Symphony of the Night, one of the greatest video games of all time, yesterday, over the course of yesterday, I'm already halfway through the game. So, you know, it's very fresh on my mind if you want me to force you to play it. I am thinking after I beat it, I might do some randomizer runs on this channel. I've been watching a lot of Symphony of the Night randomizer content, and I feel like it would be fun to do a randomizer run. Much like I did my Final Fantasy 1 randomizer run. But nonetheless, you know, that'll be fun. So, you know, if you want me to force you to play Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's very fresh. I know all the strats. Anyways.
I'm interested in this.
Ukobak. Definitely, I want a little spoony deemer, a little spooner. I should also, you know what? There should also be a whole slew of Binding of Isaac references. Can you kiss any vampires in Castlevania? You can practice self-love as Alucard. I guess that you can kiss half vampires. Ooh, the Filosofia, thank you. The Occulta Filosofia. Thank you. I love doing research for my games. Dude, I'm gonna learn so much about demons you don't even know. I'm gonna get my online degree in demonology.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lorenzo says, just look up the Mega 10 Wiki. No. I'm gonna do my own research, and then I will look up at the Mega 10 Wiki. I mean, like, I have... Can I just show you? Can I just show you? Like, do you want to know what I, you know? I mean, I think Dallas is probably gone by now. But I think Dallas would appreciate, like, Maxi, what do you have as your main reference for doing Symphony of the Night research? Just, you know, the classic shrines.rpgclassics.com, you know. Just, you know, just the good stuff, you know, just the good stuff. Where the hell's my favorite enemy is the Venus flower? Because it's a naked lady. There you go. She do be kind of naked, but they water her with human blood. So like, what else? You know, what else do you care about? This webpage is 2010 coded. This page is like 2003 coded. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I still gotta do all the rest of my research though. By the way, we'll be coming back to this page of weapons in a second, by the way. Dude, the sprite for the rapier is so good, by the way. Just that sexy little green line to tell you that, like, it, you know, kind of, it cuts real sharp. It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. You also, by the way, you can tell that they were really proud of the sprite for the Chrysogrim. Because they use it twice. The Vorpal Blade and the Heaven Sword both have the same sprite. They did a pretty good job with it. That rapier is peeing. Hans, if your rapier is peeing, you should go see a doctor. Desperately. Can we do a We Didn't Start the Fire cover with Castlevania demons? Oh, 100%. No, I appreciate the Wild Goose Chase, but I do kind of want to brainstorm some more demons. If anybody has any idea for demons or enemy concepts that would appear in a banquet hall / kitchen, in a vampire / vampire hunting castle. Maxi, question: if there's a vampire hunter castle, how come it's full of monsters? Well, wouldn't you want to know, Weather Boy? I love the little guy lighting fires. Clearly there should be some cooks of some sorts. You know what? When in doubt, just have them be skeleton cooks. The skeleton crew. What else? Lorenzo, you're gonna have to explain to me what these things are, okay? And I'm not gonna Google them, I swear to God. Little demons. It would be, you know what? There has got to be an encounter that is a wall meat mimic. Oh, I do like Ghost Chef actually. It's just a knife floating. Yo, it's Cade! Hi, Cade! Hello, friendo! I love you so much. How you doing? Long time no see. By which I mean 2 days ago. Haven't seen you in 2 days. How you doing? Kate, I'm brainstorming enemies and locations and stuff to put in a banquet hall full of monsters. I do like a recurring enemy concept in the Castlevania games is Ghost holding a weapon, so definitely Ghost Chef is pretty good. You know what? You know what's better than a skeleton crew of cooks? Skeleton crew of servers slash waiters slash waitresses. A will-o-wisp? Will-o-wisp is actually not that bad, actually. A will-o-wisp actually kind of makes sense. Kitchen, stove, fire slash what do you call it? The fireplace. Fireplace. A wisp. And I do want. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cade. Yeah, I know missing on sleep is like the worst. Legitimately, like I was like half dead over the weekend. Kitty was mostly dead. I was half dead just from like my sleep schedule getting disturbed. Ooh, Prism makes a good point actually. Bonehilda from The Sims. So I didn't externalize it. I didn't externalize it because I'm going way too fast. Maxi, you said the goal of today's stream was to go slow. You're right. I'm gonna slow down. I think it would be fun to have the skeleton the skeleton servers be waitresses, femme coded, because whenever you see a skeleton, people assume that it's a guy skeleton. You know, that's a lot of just like, you know, defaulting to, you know, male, and I'm like, no, make them femme skeletons, okay? Bone titties. Yeah. I don't know what font this is. This font is the default font for this. It is called, oh, it's the Scally font. It is exclusively for this this extension of Obsidian, which lets you mind map. This is actually how I do most of my work when designing. I like the visual aspect of being able to move around. You can even import images and stuff. It's really nice. Will-o-wisp. Another enemy concept that appears in other games is the concept of like two ghosts dancing. What about two ghosts dining, huh? You know what? What's even better than two ghosts dining? What about a ghost that got stood up on their date, huh? And I gotta get to the. There's also brownies. I am okay with little creepy guys. I think gnomes being a recurring enemy concept. They got ghosted. Yeah, yes. That's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. Red caps also TM. You know what? Some sort of little fella who causes mayhem. Pronouns may/hem. Yes, Novia. Brownies make sense because brownies, the cake. Lorenzo, you motherfucker. That's good. That's good. Okay, all right. Brownies because food. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. This is why I like brainstorming these things. Little fellas that cause mayhem. That's just you, Maxi. It's true. I'm like, do I have a good sound effect for this? Maxi, not everything needs to have a sound effect.
This is why I don't respect streamers.
Gnomes. I want to get back to wall meat mimic. You find a room with a delicious wall meat. And this is probably a check. And then there's a check. I mean, or it's not really a check. It's like, you know, sometimes you just find it and it's good, and sometimes it's actually an encounter. Lorenzo says, I don't know why gnomes, knockers, and brownies have different names when they're all kind of the same. In Spanish, I don't know how it is in the Philippines, but in Mexico, the word for goblin, elf, gnome, well, not really gnome, but all those little fey, little trickster creatures all have the same names. Gnomes and brownies are different though. See that makes sense. Hans's Dino Nuggies. Hans thought it was a different kind of knockers. POV, you're Hans and you hear the word knockers.
I'm interested in this.
Prism says, the Prism is so right, yokai. Oh, yokai are 100% on the table. 100% on the table. I'm also gonna look up yokai. Yokai and other mythological creatures are on the table. Are there? I wonder, are there any mythological creatures from, you know, Greek mythology? That are related to cooking. I mean, Ambrosia comes to mind. The food of the gods comes to mind. Yo, Kendra's here. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Kendra. Hi there. Hi, homosexual. Yo, it's Kitty. Hi, wifey. Oh my god. Everyone is here. Hello, friendos. Oh, this is gonna be absolute disaster. All right. Immediately, Kendra was watching a trial and thought, you know, I'm gonna tune into Maxi's stream just to see what it's like. Just to see what it's like to watch content that isn't immediately depressing. Hi, wifey. How you doing today? How's your day been? We're brainstorming the first escape route slash stage. I'm thinking of a banquet hall filled with a lot of food and cooking related enemies. Anyways. Hestia? Oh yeah. Kendra, okay. Kendra, look at me. Kendra, I want you to meet me on the other side of the screen, okay? Are you ready? Okay, meet me on the other side of the screen. Kendra, go to your goddamn YouTube settings and change your username there. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? Anyways, hey everyone, how y'all doing? Kendra says, I didn't know you could do that. You're moving through me off. Ooh, I don't know. You know what? Prism saying dryads makes me definitely nymphs are actually definitely could be a recurring an enemy type. You know, there's gonna, you know, dishwashing station. Oh my god. Dishwashing station. Water nymphs for dishing the washing. I feel like ass, says Kitty, my back is killing me. No, I hate to hear that. Also, sorry, I was too busy blasting Kendra. I was too busy breaking the fourth wall. Yo, Kendra, did you know that I can also do this? I bet Kendra didn't know I can do I can do so many things, Kendra. You don't even know. Now let me spin for a second while I ask my wife how they're doing. We're already adding a mimic. We're gonna add a wall meat mimic. Kitty, if you haven't taken meds, please do take meds, by the way. How's this? There you go. There you go. Yo, oh wow, Kendra's here. Hi, Kendra. Didn't see you coming in. How you doing? How you doing, Bozo? Hey. So nice to see you. With a name that doesn't dox you right away. That's nice. Now, not like it matters because like you use your real name for everything, so like, you know, it's not a big deal. Also, like, you're gonna change your name anyway, so like, who cares, you know? Anyone want my address? Wait, hold up. Prism asks, what's the yokai that gives you this irresistible mochi with the maple leaf? Ooh, I mean, who could say no to delicious mochi? Now, my wife is watching, and I don't want to get absolutely bonked to infinity. So I'm gonna get up and stretch, fellas. Now, how many possible enemies do I actually need in this game? I don't know. But we definitely have some really good ideas. Kitty says, my stream crashed as you knocked yourself out. That seems like something that would happen to me. By the way, if you've been watching the stream for a while, Kendra, consider getting up and stretching, Kendra. Stop shrimping up, Kendra. I'm up on my feet. I'm rotating my shoulders gently. I'm drawing hip circles with my hips. Now, fellas, remember, the goal for today isn't to brainstorm the entirety of this escape route. The point is to take it slow. Kitty told me, and Kitty's right, that I tend to go really fast. The goal today isn't to go fast, it's to go slow. Also, Dale, I do want to say, me yelling at Kendra is cool, okay? Because Kendra's my friend, and they know that I love them. You know, nobody else can yell at Kendra but me. I mean, Cade and Kitty. But Kitty, I reacted live on stream to the text. If you're in, I'm in. You know, I was wondering if we were gonna hang out with Ace today. Kendra says I'm Dale's defense lawyer today. Listen. The thing you have to remember is that like Dale is one of our top chatters, and the thing is just simply by volume, sometimes you're gonna get a message deleted, and that's okay. Kendra says, sit here, Dale. You don't have to prove your innocence. The state must prove your guilt. You have your Fifth Amendment. Also, Han said earlier, can you not include... You cannot not include zombies in the gastronomy business. Hans is being so real. Hans asks, Kendra, did you make trials your personality? Kendra might have. Yo, Ronnie, I'm sending you all the luck, Ronnie. You got this. Okay, Ronnie? By the way, Nomia was here earlier. I'm pretty sure Nomia fell asleep, though. I'm on my feet still, by the way. I've spent the entire break on my feet. Also, by the way, if you would like some good luck, type ! praise Moontomes in chat if you want some good luck. Now, what's the plan? I have 1 minute and 40 seconds left before I gotta move on to the next cycle. So, what have I been doing? I've been playing a ton of Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I'm interested in this.
It's so fun, man. Also, playing in luck mode, aka hard mode, is so much fun. Like, enemies actually drop things. If anything, I actually wish I would be okay if my stat growth was slower, but enemies dropped stuff all the time. Kate asks, where are you playing it? I am playing it. Okay, now, you don't have to... Yo, hi, Cozy! I know you. I know that face. Hi, Cozy. Welcome in. Oh, I think... I don't know if Kate is asking me or Ronnie. If it's about Vampire 1999, I don't know. But if it's about Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I'm playing it on the PS4, but honestly, playing it on an emulator is good. Mysterioso, you want to do exclamation phrase Moontome's one word. No worries, Cozy. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'm playing it on PS4, but honestly, playing on an emulator is fine. I was saying earlier that as soon as I beat this run, I'm considering doing some randomizer runs on stream. The randomizer for Symphony of the Night is really good. There's a huge speedrunning randomizer scene for Symphony of the Night, and there's like legitimately like 35 different presets. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've been watching a lot of content. And that's the sound, fellas. Back to it. Kendra, how dare you say that about Cade? Cade has way more than 2.5% of a functioning cell, okay? My friend Cade is very smart, okay, Kendra? Now, if we're talking averages, then, you know, then that's a different story there. Okay, yeah, no, that was a joke at Kendra's expense, and I apologize. There you go. Kitty says, all my brain cells are focused on dying. What did Kitty mean by that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kendra says, guess who's doing a 3-hour podcast recording tonight? Yo, Kendra, what podcast is that for? Hey Kendra, embody your cis het white male podcast energy and drop the link to your podcast in the chat. You cannot half-ass being a cis het white man, okay? Okay, just put the link in the chat or get out. Don't get out, I love you. But you know, drop the link. I bet people want to hear you. Your beautiful, hilarious voice. I do. I don't know what podcast this is. Kendall doesn't tell me anything. Oh my god. Kate says, Winnie made me fettuccine alfredo. She's the best. Dude, Winnie is the best. Winnie's so talented. Palpatine voice. Do it. Wait, y'all, I cooked raw meat today? That's pretty good. I mean, it would be a little strange if you had cooked meat that was already cooked. But I'm proud of you. Now, I know you're thinking, Maxi, how is cooking meat an achievement? Well, you have to remember that Kendra put all of their skill points in various skills, neither of which was cooking. Now, there are many skills that I don't have. I don't know how to drive a car. I have never driven a bicycle. The first time that I put my feet on a skateboard, I fell on my ass and died. So everyone allocates their skill points differently. Hans says, do you use spice? Hans. Kendra's white, okay? Listen. Cis male moment. Ah, there you go. Thank you for dropping the link to the podcast, you gay man. What matters is that you get back up. That's true. I got up and I never got into a skateboard ever again. Alright, back to work, fellas. Han says some white people have taste buds, or so I have heard. So ideas for enemies, we have the Ukobak, a bone waitress, Bone Hilda, namely Bone Hilda. I'm gonna put it at the front so that I don't have to look so far. A ghost chef, just literally a knife floating. Some sort of fireplace or wisp. Kendra says, if you throw 7 seasonings into a microwave mac and cheese, you can get pretty far. I mean, they're not wrong. That's the thing. It's just funny. A ghost that got stood up on their romantic date. Oh my god, Kate, I love that. That's so good. Hans is not a mac and cheese kind of guy? Damn, that's rough. That's rough. I'm definitely gonna call them brownies because that's hilarious. Brownies. Because it's food and it's funny. A wall meat mimic makes sense. Water nymphs for dishing at the washing. Other mythological creatures, I do kind of want something about I guess it's probably more of an item, huh? You know what? The list just keeps going, brother. Item slash gear list, fellas. We have Ambrosia, Foot of the Gods, get a life. Yes, this game uses lives, by the way. Ronnie says brownies are a thing already. What do you mean? Yeah, yeah. Brownie's the little mythological creature. At Hungry Borgare? I mean, I guess it could add other Yu-Gi-Oh references. Guys, brownies are a mythological creature. Crab turtle soup, there you go. Mad burger. And you know what? A mad burger would be funny. I thought you were naming a normal gnome. No, I was in fact naming a brownie. Originally, I wrote gnome, and then I believe it was Lorenzo who said call them brownies. You're good. You're good, Ronnie. Kate says, why did YouTube add numbers onto everyone's handles? And then Kate replied, don't worry, Kate, that's my last 4 socials. Jesus Christ, how dare you. Alright, do I have a sip of coffee in here? Oh, I have 2 sips of coffee in here. Let's go. Clearly, there should be some sort of, like, you know, some sort of roast slash, you know, wall meat. Just as good as Ambrosia plus life. Oh, that's a good quote, by the way. Quote 1154. I got World of Warcraft characters who are older than you. Plaguesworth to his coworker. It's really good. And then a vintage Kendra quote. 'Tis a shame I'm so bunkable. Oh. Now I'm thinking. What would be thematically appropriate? A lot of fire enemies. You know, I'm gonna make a little note over here. You know what? The big old idea box? No. We're getting funky in here, fellas, by the way. Looks like this place is gonna be fire themed. Fire element, a lot of fire element in here. You know what we need? We need a location that's just the ice box, baby. Ice box / freezer, which means we need some sort of ice enemy. What about the ice shades from Castlevania Symphony of the Night? We have a lot of femme characters now, but that's... Oh no, femme characters. Who would ever? Who could? Frozen shades? Yeah, that's a pretty good golden calf, a whole deep fried cow. Ice climbers time. There you go. See you later, Hans. Have a lovely rest of your day. I like the idea of some sort of freezer. The frozen shades or some sort of ice-based enemy. I mean, I guess I do like there's the I do like the paradigm, by the way, the paradigm shift is that we have and a little bit of ice too. Maxi, don't capitalize the word ice. It's a bit of a bad vibe at the time being. Oh, trust me, I know. Oh, trust me, I know. So that I do like this area being a little bit of both fire and ice. I like that. Thinking of enemies, Lorenzo mentioned, you know, Borgare. Borgare makes me think, of course, of meat. Makes me think of cows. Making me think of the secret cow level. Secret sauce / just a cow man. Now I got texted again. I am going to put my phone. Oh, my phone isn't do not disturb. It's just that this is the one chat I don't block. Hold up. People are in the secret chat talking. Okay. No worries, Kate. You're good. Kate says, I wish I had mythology brain to help you out, but alas, I am dead. Oh, don't you worry. We're good. We're good. That was me, says Kitty. I see it was you. I don't know why. Fellas in chat, could you put a bunch of emoji faces? Because it looks like no matter what emoji face gets sent, it becomes a smiley face. Minotaur steak? Perhaps. Oh, yeah. If it's some sort of face emoji, it just becomes the smiling face emoji. The devil one just became a smiley face. You can't block your wife. I would never dream of blocking my wife. I will say the melting face emoji is really good. Alright, well, put it on the list of things I have to fix. Oh, Kitty's face worked, though. Anyways, so because this is gonna be a fire and ice themed place, clearly, I have to add my favorite firebrand and ice brand as 2 weapons. Gotta love yourself a fire sword and an ice sword. You know, actually, probably the flame birch, or whatever it's called, flame-shaped sword. This MFer, of course, would be a... What is this? Well, how am I writing this now? Let's just write cut and fire. The ice brand, of course, would be cut ice. No cooking utensil web. I mean, like, I'm getting there. I'm not writing the obvious stuff because I'm clearly there should be like some sort of like you know, butcher's knife. You know, ooh, perhaps, you know, even curse, perhaps. You know, also, I know I'm so late. What is this game? No worries, you're good. This is the game that I'm working on next. Where is the image for it? There we go. This is the one that I showed the illustration for on the secret chat. Boop. It is my currently untitled Vampire Survival game. It's a little bit Vampire Survivors, a little bit Castlevania, a little bit roguelikes in general. Yes, the hottie. Yeah. This may or may not be the first character you unlock. Maxi, do not say their name, Maxi. I will not say their name. I'm gonna keep quiet. Their name is very good. A frying pan? I definitely do love a frying pan. Frying pan is definitely a hit weapon. Are you looking for vampire media? Do I ever? Kendra, if you have a list. Wait, hold up. Could this be a chance for Kendra to recommend Salt? Isn't Saltburn a vampire thing? Oh no, Winnie. Dark Tour, aka when Guy got evil. Kendra, I'm gonna be entirely honest with you, by the way. I have no idea what the hell you just said. Kendra says, because I read capitalized A capitalized book that wasn't Dark Tour for the first time in 10,000 years and was phenomenal. I have no idea what Kendra just said. I straight up, those were all English words. I don't know. None of those words are in the Bible. That is true. Some vampires do have to. Oh, there should absolutely be like salt. Salt. Some sort of salt. Salt. Some sort of a bag of salt. Thank you for the recommendation, Kendra. I'm gonna pop that on my list of things to. Literally, I'm opening it. I am pinning it on my Firefox, and I'm leaving it there. Garlic baguette sword. Garlic buckshots. Excuse me. Let me see. What else? What else is like non-obvious? You know, let's draw a little diagram for me and for you, by the way. A little diagram for me and for you, okay? This is what we're gonna call this. This is the basic building block of a level. This is what we call a large room. Group selection, thank you. This is what we call a large room. Kendra says, the irony of watching while making a vampire coffin. I've also been vampire pilled. See, there you go. It's spreading. 'Tis the season, honestly. 'Tis the season for some vampires. So I'm looking at what we have already. Clearly, can I just... Is there a way I can make this in a way that is like... Okay, you know what? I promise you that I will get on with the point eventually, okay? Perfect. All right, so this is a large room. This is the dining room. These rooms are normally random. The way that I have the map laid out before, there's usually only one large room. The purpose of these rooms is that you're able to grind enemies there if you need to. Otherwise, you have to keep exploring. So, what are the two possible enemies here? I definitely think that they could be either A, it's before the meal has been prepared, so it's Bone Hilders. I feel like I need this to make this way bigger, but we'll deal with this. I'm going fast. Let's slow down. It's either Scala waitresses. Can I make this text smaller, please? Or even better, make the square, Maxi, just make the square bigger, okay? Oh, that did not serve to work the way that I intended it. I feel like the non-horror lately has been more like modern. Oh, Green Knight. I wanted to watch Green Knight. Is it good? So, it's a dining room, either A, before the service, which, so the room is filled with Scala waitresses. Or B, it is during service, so it's a bunch of like, it could just be like feasting demons actually. During service, so it's filled with feast demons. This tells me, by the way, that perhaps the A table is this is more likely to drop food. More likely to drop food. More likely to drop food for sure. Okay, so this is a large room. What else could be happening in the dining room that isn't just feeding? What else could be happening in the dining room that is just not eating? Perhaps dessert? Perhaps dessert? Dessert is being midnight snack? I'll think about, you know what? Dining room service. Just write that as that. What could be the other thing happening in the large dining room? I want it to still be like related to eating, so I don't want it to be like, oh, there's a dance going on. I don't want that. A family meeting? Interesting. A family meeting. So in the dining room of this giant monster-filled mansion, you know, when you first go into the escape route, you will get one of these two versions of the dining room. It's either, you know, food is being served, or see you later, Lorenzo. Have a lovely rest of your day. Kiris is a Mumineko pill. There you go. I'll think about it. There is Knives Out 3, by the way. Wake Up Dead Man. That was very good. That was very good. You know what? I'm gonna put you over here, and I'm gonna bring you down, and we can worry about you later, okay? We can worry about you later. Let's just move on. We have the kitchen. I think the kitchen should probably be a long room. So the way that they made a second Wicked, they did. It was bad. Oh, they made a second one of Knives Out. It was called The Glass Onion. Oh, yeah. So large rooms are, you get to fight enemies perpetually. Long rooms are like single challenges, essentially single challenges. I do kind of, I mean, to me it makes sense that the freezer slash the icebox is a very long, we're gonna call you a corridor, by the way. Icebox slash freezer. and there's 2 versions of this. I'm pretty sure it would probably either A, B. I mean, maybe for now we'll just leave it as 1 encounter, which is definitely the Frozen Shades. Frozen Shades, keeping things in order. Alternatively, some sort of enemy stalking the shelves. Oh, no worries, kitty. I'm sorry, YouTube is acting up. I love you. Have a lovely rest of your day, love. Take care. Me, whenever my wife says anything.
I'm interested in this.
Keeping it chill. They are weak. They're weak to fire for sure. Weak to fire and hit weapons, perhaps. As for, I like the idea of like someone stalking, perhaps some sort of like large demon slash monster stalking the shelves. Minotaurs, or some sort of large monster slash demon just stuck in the shelves. They serve as a nice inverse. Perhaps this encounter drops food. More likely to drop food. Maxi, what does food serve in this game? Mechanically speaking, food in this game serves the added purpose of giving you more experience for leveling up. That is the intention in this game. And food is pretty much unique to, or not unique, but like it appears more in this stage. And I like that I like this being like the beginner stage, because you get way more experience than you normally would. Kendra, that reminds me, by the way. I will say, Kendra, I found Bugonia to be quite unnerving as a movie. So I was not laughing during the crazy stuff happening in it. That being said, the people behind us, they laughed during half of the movie, and then they got very quiet. And then at the end, they were like, I thought this was supposed to be a comedy movie. And then the guy next to them said, oh, so you would have only watched this movie if it was Police Squad? I'm gonna be 100% honest. Bugonia was not a funny movie. Kendra, I think you're a little unhinged, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. That movie was unnerving. I don't think you were supposed to laugh. Kendra, were you laughing at the end with all the piles of bodies? Were you laughing? There's a lot of humor in it. I don't think so. I read his interviews, and I don't think you were supposed to laugh. You were Kendra, we need to talk. No. I am officially dropping this topic, but I'm just saying, I'm like, holy shit. Well, I read interviews with him, and he definitely did not give me the vibe where like nothing matters and we should just laugh at piles of human bodies dead. He definitely did not give me that vibe. Anyways. Now, aside from the core, is there another corridor? I definitely... I keep thinking of making a letterbox, although like is it just for my friends? I don't know. Because like on one hand, I'm like, I don't want anybody to find my letterbox, because I don't want people to like read my thoughts on movies. I don't care. Do I want my friends to get all my thoughts? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see. What else can we... I mean, like, well, clearly, not all the corridors have to be themed, I think. I definitely don't think all the rooms have to be themed. Looking at the enemies we got, is there a name for parts of a kitchen? Well, I want the player to be able to fight the ghost chefs. Perhaps, you know what? You know, this square looks like a line. We'll call this the line. It's the line. It's the line cooks. It's where the line cooks hang out. Event 1 is literally ghost chefs cooking away. Big combat section drops weapons. Cooking themed. I don't know what the B event is. We'll worry about that later. Now, if there is, I do think if there's, by the way, I know that I'm supposed to like stop working, but the thing is that Kitty's not here, so your god can't save you now. Kate says, I had the privilege of showing Winnie Caroline because she hadn't seen it before. Of course she liked it. Dude, I've never seen Caroline. I wonder if I would like it. Now, the single ones are rooms, and clearly we need a dishwashing room. Dishwashing. It could be a long room as well, though. It's what Tim Burton wishes he could accomplish. Ooh. Harsh words. He deserves it. By the way, we're on break, by the way. Please enjoy the zoomed out look at the nonsense I've written today. It's also on Tubi. You know, Tubi's kind of fire, honestly. So let me see what my options are. I could pay a subscription price to watch ads. Or I could watch a movie for free with ads. Okay, I definitely know what I want to do. Kendra says, I gotta watch the Tubi movie I keep getting ads for. It's called The Grinch Who Stole Bitches. Kendra says, or ad block. We like to watch movies on the television, so, you know, can't really get ad block on the PS5. Ronnie says, I sent you any ideas? Thank you, Ronnie! And Ronnie says, if you want to talk vampires, I'm always free. Dude, I should schedule a meeting with Ronnie. Yeah, but fellas, I'm watching on the PS5, listen. Y'all think I'm watching movies on the work computer? If I'm working, I'm not watching movies, and if I'm not working, I'm not staring at this computer. I'm looking at the Switch. I'm looking at the TV with the PlayStation. Also, I will say, we have watched a couple movies on Tubi. It's like literally 3 ads for the whole movie. That's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. Also, I have received news that apparently I'm hanging out with Plakesworth and Kitty today. They're gonna force me to watch Elf, which I've never seen. So that's fun. Have you seen Jingle All the Way? Of course I've seen Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger? Sinbad? The guy who did a bunch of voices on The Simpsons? Apparently people hate it. Okay, I'm on break, I'm standing up, I'm swimming in. Kendra. People hate everything. On the internet, everybody hates nobody likes anything on the internet. Oh no, yeah, no, the B plot of Jingle All the Way is literally getting NTR'd. Absolutely. Maxi, I was not expecting you to say getting NTR'd, Maxi. That's not my problem. Oh, that's really more of the C plot, actually. Turboman is Ultraman? Yeah. I never watched Elf because it never appealed to me. But I'm gonna go watch it with friends, and that's half the fun. What else am I doing today? What's the plan for today? We're gonna do half an hour more of brainstorming rooms and weapons and animes. And then we're gonna do half an hour of dailies, and the stream will wrap up. And Nomiya will be streaming Uma Musume if you would like to watch it. Oh no, yeah, I can't handle cringe, so I'm looking forward to watching it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. Oh no. You know it's bad when Kitty's like, guys, they gave me the tickets for free. Oh, that's how you know it's bad. Okay, alright, well. Also, I have a pretty high Will Ferrell tolerance. I grew up watching his stuff, so I have a pretty high, like Anchorman, still pretty much a banger. I'm sorry if you're an Anchorman hater, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and then get the hell out. Ronnie says, you guys are watching the Game Awards. I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Most of the games in Game of the Year have fucking generative AI in it. Go F yourself. I'm not watching shit. I keep wanting to watch Talladega Nights with Kitty. I feel I want to watch Talladega Nights with Kitty, if only so that Kitty understands when I say Abracadabra Holmes. That's all I want. I want Kitty to understand that when I say Abracadabra Holmes, I'm referencing Talladega Nights. Kendra's watching Night of the Living Dead, followed immediately by Jingle All the Way. Wow. Jingle All the Way is sweeping the Kendra's Night Game Award, Movie Night Game Awards for sure. Now, Maxi, Hades 2 and Silksong are candidates for Game of the Year, and they don't have generative AI. Yeah, but they're not winning. Brother. Literally, the entire Game Awards is sponsored by Black Ops. Literally, Activision put millions of dollars into advertising the Game Awards. What do you think is gonna happen, huh? You think that investment is not gonna pay out? You think Jeff Keighley is not gonna take the big bag of money? Oh wow, Kendra finally said it. So I'm pausing the timer, I'm not working. Kendra said, haha, I'm sorry to grief post, but it's like impossible to not acknowledge how fucking batshit crazy I am. You were laughing at the end of Bugonia. You're not okay. If there's a moment to be laughing in a movie theater, it's not that. 100%. Maxi, are you baffled? I am beyond baffled. I am gobsmacked. Kendra has smacked me with their gob. Yo! Play's here! Hi, Play! Dude, it's Plague!
Welcome back.
I've been waiting for this.
Plague says, why would Kendra laugh at the end of Bulgogi? It's Plague! Oh god, Cade! Cade, no! Me and Cade rushing to. Oh my god, god damn it. Okay. Del quote. 162. God damn it, Cade. Cade and I trying to get through the door at the same time. Gotta be quicker than that, bitch. Damn, got me. Cade is a faster typer than me. Chat, should I buy the Binding of Isaac? Kendra, you're such a funny guy. Kendra, you're such a fucking funny guy. Cause like okay. Kendra is a really funny guy because Kendra struggles a lot with making purchases, and that's understandable, you know. But like Kendra also put like 1 million hours into Binding of Isaac, and it's like, guys, should I buy it? Do you think it's a good investment? And I'm like, you already got like 1 million hours out of it. Clearly, it's a good investment. I spent $9.99 for Castlevania Symphony of the Night on the PS5, and I've played it for 2 hours, and I've already had so much fun. I'm gonna play it for 2 more hours to beat the game. Then I'll probably play it for another hour to beat Richter mode. And that's probably good enough. You never had any of the DLC? Kendra lives in a different world, brother. Kendra, I feel like I'm back to work. Okay, Ronnie sent me stuff. Ronnie sent me stuff. Where did Ronnie put it? It must have been in my secret. Some inspo. Ooh, I do like those little guys. Though one of the things that I want to do with this game is that I don't want to just take inspiration from like media and whatever. I want to also create new archetypes, new cool little concepts. Kate asks, what is this program? This program is called Obsidian. Now, I will say, Obsidian is great for organizing your notes and whatever. It is a little bit of a time vampire because a lot of people try to use it to do everything. And I'm very much of the mind that if you spend more time making a website, a program nice and pretty so that you can do anything in it, than you actually spend using it, you are wasting your time, brother. But this is very, I like this. This is an extension. It's called Excalidraw. It's called Excalidraw, and it's really nice. It lets you do mind mapping, which is very nice. So, anywhoots. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Okay, normally I don't address this I don't address garbage human beings, but I have to acknowledge it because it's fucking hilarious. A loser came in just to be hello, there is no so someone just came in to be like, hey, they them pronouns don't exist, but then they had a bunch of typos in their they typoed, and I'm like, man, imagine making your point and being like, damn, I got you, and then making typos. That's so funny. That is so funny. Anyways. Little brother energy. Anyways, back to the signing shit. All right, back to work. So, I do like the idea of. Thank you, Kendra. Kendra says my pronouns are they are there is. Thank you. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. I would almost I would almost quote that. That's pretty good. Okay, well, we need a room for the wall meat. So let's just immediately, you know. The wall meat room. The wall meat room, where either A, you get a tasty wall meat, haha, tasty, or B, you fight a wall meat mimic hard. Okay, so that's another room there, and that takes care of the whatever I put it. The Mad Burger, just the cow. Frozen shades, we have that. Water nymphs. Oh, where did I put the dishwashing station? Okay, there you go. Yeah. So it's either ghost chefs are cooking away, or it's B. Wait, no. I just copied it over. Oh, that's what happens. The other one is water nymphs washing the dishes. Let's kind of put you like here, and put you here, just for now, okay? Just for now. What else can we put in here? What about platforming? Another of the verbs in this game is platforming. There's more than just combat-based challenges. I wonder if I want to do a bit of an exploration challenge would be nice. Oh, I realized what I meant to do with the line, by the way. You know what? Actually, no. The dishwashing room makes sense to do this. What we do in the line is that the B action is prep demons doing prep. Perhaps this is the brownies. Yo, thank you for sharing that Winnie post. It's so good. Kate says, using my mod privileges for evil, sharing how funny my GF is. Let's see, what else? I do like the idea. I mean, I wonder if I could just... Do I need to think of a room as to why there's mad burgers running around? It would be funny if there were two lines. There's so much cooking that needs to be done. There's a second line, just called the second line. Because I would very much like... You know what? What about... what is the name? I guess it would just be a grill, though, right? Oh, there should be a giant pot. There should be a giant pot. Like a big old cauldron with soup in it. I wonder if this would be just a room, then. Okay, well, first off, we need a just call it like the salamander room. Salamander room. Either A, some sort of a fire salamander demon, keeping the kitchen hot, weak to ice / cut. Mayhaps. I have to think of all the tags for the game, so we'll get there. Or what's the B encounter for the salamander / the grill room? You know what? Maybe this is where the Mad Burgers show up. Mad Burgers. Ready to take a bite out of you. Another encounter for sure. I like it. So what else? The Will-O-Wisp. I mean, I do kind of like... I mean, it would be kind of funny. Yo, Chippy's back! Hi, Chippy! Welcome back! How did your appointment go? We've had a day and a half, brother. Yo, new starter weapon for Chippy? New medication on the character select screen? Dude, let's go. New unlocks for Chippy? Dude, let's go. Let's see. Frozen Shade, just a cow. Just straight up just a cow. I guess some of the corridors are just, or the staircases are just straight up just be like different connections to the rest of the castle, just people just literally showing up to eat, I guess. Hell yeah, okay. We'll see if it's a good buff for Chip mains in time. Dude, let's go. This is gonna be a staircase or vertical corridor. There's probably a name for it. I guess it's just a staircase, huh? Also, hello captions. What's up, buddy? You okay there? You having a bad time? Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm having so much fun designing this game. And I know this, it doesn't look that much. I mean, how much should it look like, Maxi? You have no idea. I know it looks like a bunch of pieces, but you're not ready for how much fun this is gonna fucking be. You know, maybe we have like 10 minutes left. We'll decide. We'll start thinking about designing the boss of this area. Yo, hell yeah, Chippy. Yo, Chippy. Could I get a pic of your skirt? Because I know like Chippy's fashion is just so cute, and Chippy never shares. A tiger skirt, tiger print, or it's got tigers on it. I'm just saying, Chippy's so cute. Yo, Chippy, where's the selfie, Chippy? Anyways. I sent it a long time ago. Was it the same skirt you wore that one time at the aquarium? Maxi, how do you remember that? I remember everything. I was the first. I remember everything. Maxi. FNAF quote, Maxi? Cringe? It's true. It's true.
This is why I don't respect streamers.
The way that I was like, please, for the love of God, have Wither Chica say the line, and then they didn't have Chica say the line. Chippy posted it. Let's freaking go. Wait. Chippy says I posted it in my office chat. Oh, there you go. Wait, I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, Chippy, it's so good. Chippy, that skirt is so cute. Oh my god. That is so top tier, 100%. Mysterioso says they can remember a game just by looking at a single rock. I can look at a grass texture and know what game it is. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, this vertical corridor. This is gonna be stairs to the garden, to the indoor garden, to the indoor garden, indoor forest. Let's go with forest instead. And instead of a single, it's actually a bunch of demon animals, namely demon cows. Let's call it demon cows, Maxi. Demon cows. Zoom in, please. Demon cows marching to get their lunch. Alternatively, some sort of satisfied enemy. That's so cute, Chippy. One of my favorite Chippies, top 10 Chippies. All right. Anyways, so the inspirations for this boss are, let's make you red, since, you know, it's related to a boss. Red Chippy, shiny Pokemon Chippy, it's true. That actually does make sense. It would be that, or like maybe a little bit of more of a red pink, not so much a purple magenta saturated pink, but more of like a reddish pink. Although let's be honest, if Pokemon did a shiny for Chippy, it would be bright green.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The boss of the banquet hall. Did I say banquet hall or yeah, banquet hall? Perfect. Clearly, concept is that it is very much clearly the chef slash cook. The inspirations were kind of like taking from here. I want a little bit of the butcher from Diablo. Inspos, butcher from Diablo, and FF9 Quina. I love the idea of a, you know, clearly it's gonna be a large person, a large character. I'm imagining like a very round outline. Maybe a little bit of Chef Kawasaki in there for sure. Definitely a big ol' kitchen knife. Not so much a butcher's knife. I'm actually picturing more of like a Japanese kitchen knife. The ones that have, oh, can I draw this? Can I draw this on live on stream? Could I actually draw this? It's the ones that have, ooh. Yeah, it's specifically the knives that kind of look like this. I guess it would be a little bit taller than this actually. It's kind of like the kitchen knives. They look like this, but like this here is the cutting edge down here, not the top. It's actually this here. Oh, now you want to curve up, huh? This is what I'm thinking. A little bit like the Thornberry knife, I guess. Chippy said, true shiny Chippy is red like a bloody belly comb jellyfish. Excuse me? Computer, give me a photo of this. That is dope as hell, Chippy. Dude, the bloody belly comb jelly. The Lampoctace. They're freaky! Wow. Wow, nature's crazy. Nature makes tons of mistakes, dude. You know, I realize, no, it actually really, I guess it's kind of like that, actually. Chef hat. It's gotta have a chef hat. Chef hat. I'm thinking, I kind of wanted it to make it a character you can unlock later, but you know, maybe we can worry about that freaking later, man. For sure, I'm thinking definitely the chef look. I want it to be clean chef look, because I know like the butcher is like, oh, it's got like body parts hanging off its body and stains everywhere. I want it to look like a clean, like this is a serious chef. It isn't like, they're not scary because they're like a monster. They're scary because you can tell that they have a skill. They're skilled with a knife and they'll cut you up. Yo, hi, Nochi, welcome in. Hello, hello. Yo, any hoots? It's because Inochi is an owl. It's an owl. See. Yeah, yo, should we all get jelly sonas? That would be nice. So anyway, so for this boss, I want the boss of the banquet hall to be like a chef. I definitely like the clean look. I'm gonna put a note here about also looking at Chef Kawasaki from Kirby. And I definitely like the idea that like the way that I'm picturing the sprite for it is that like the knife is like in the front and it's very like big. Yeah, hell yeah. We got a lot of German watchers on the channel. Yeah, you're in good company. Hello. And is there anything else? I don't want to just commit to making them look like a frog as a Quina reference, but the idea of a frog cooking is funny. Maybe like a horned frog. That way we can kind of blend the demon slash frog aspect. Horned frog, perhaps. Computer, give me a picture of a horned frog, please. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Okay. All right. Well, I'm doing pretty good today. Thank you for asking, Inachi. I'm designing my next game. I am a game designer, artist, person of many talents, and we have been brainstorming enemies and rooms in this Castlevania-inspired dungeon. Also, by the way, this is a horned frog. Imagine this guy, like this kind of shape, but perhaps like either bright red or perhaps a different tone, but definitely like this kind of shape. You know, like little head, big body. Definitely like, you know, like it's holding its knife almost in a threatening manner, a la Tonberry from Final Fantasy. And that's it. He looks disgruntled. Yo, Nomiya's awake. Hi, Nomiya. Good morning. If you're not sure, don't test it. You know. All right, so that's it for here. Okay, no, that's good. No, that's fine. That's definitely like that's definitely what we do here. Shoot! Incredible. All right, with 2 minutes left, what else can I brainstorm? Okay, so this area of the mansion has the dining room, cooking line, a grill area. Don't say the word "come" around Maxi. They said what? Thank you. This is why this stream is 18 plus, because number one, this is not daycare, and also I like to make stupid jokes, and I don't want to worry about some child. Maxi, is there a rest to that sentence? No. Oh, no, you're good. You're good enough. You don't worry. I get you. You know, I'm also, you know, fella and dude are both gender neutral in my book. It's really funny because coming from a Spanish-speaking country, I always assumed fella was female coded because it ended with the letter A. And in Spanish, words that end with the letter A are feminine coded. Now, Nomiya is so true though. Boys and girls are also gender neutral terms to me. That's Nomiya is so true for saying that, actually. Look at me. I'm trying to type faster than Cade, and I failed. This is what I get for trying to type faster than Cade. There you go. ¿Cómo estáis? Oh my god. You're hitting me with Spanish from Spain. Estoy bien. También hablo español. Aunque tristemente el español hay mucho genérico en español. Por eso no me gusta hablarlo. I love using vosotros around Danny. Vosotros is like... I will say, Kendra, I'm gonna be honest with you. Vosotros is like... Is Spain Spanish? Is Spanish? Oh, Inochi, estás diciendo que tu español es más 6-7. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Fellas, first off, thank you for watching the stream. Normally we would do 30 minutes of dailies, but I'm gonna call it early today because my cat got out. Yandra's under the car outside. I don't know if this is gonna be a 20-minute operation or a 5-minute operation, but I would feel bad going out to get my cat and making you all wait. I'm gonna go grab my cat. So for now, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. Please, my good friend Nomia Vikshi is going to be streaming Uma Musume on here. Inochi, I'm doing my query, so I'm doing my little wrapping up thing, so feel free to ask a question, but then I'll get the hell out of here. So thank you so much for joining me. you can also, I'll be streaming later this week as well. I'm gonna go get my cat. I love you all. Please leave a comment and whatever. I love you all. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Beep boop.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.